In today's age of autonomous tractors, satellite-guided seed drills, and automated irrigation systems, the idea of farming without modern machinery might seem like a relic of the distant past. Yet for over 2 centuries, Amish communities in North America have preserved a style of agriculture that intentionally avoids gasoline-powered engines and synthetic shortcuts. Their methods may look old-fashioned to the outside world, but they represent a deeply considered philosophy, one that prioritizes sustainability, community cooperation, and stewardship of the earth. The Amish traced their spiritual and cultural lineage to 17th century Swiss Anabaptists who separated from mainstream society in pursuit of religious freedom and a life untainted by modern temptations. When they migrated to North America in the early 1700s, they brought with them a wealth of knowledge in small-scale, labor-intensive agriculture, methods passed down through generations. As industrialization swept across the continent in the 19th and 20th centuries, introducing steam engines, tractors, and chemical inputs, the Amish made a different choice. Rather than embracing every new technological advancement, they asked a critical question: will this strengthen or weaken our community and way of life? For many Amish groups, the answer led to a rejection of mechanization, not because they oppose innovation per se, but because they prioritize balance. They are not anti-technology. They are selective about technology. This discernment is guided by a community-specific code of conduct known as the Ordnung. The Ordnung is not a written law but an oral tradition, a framework of guidelines that varies from one Amish district to another. It dictates everything from the style of clothing to the use of electricity and machinery. In the context of farming, the Ordnung shapes what kind of equipment can be used, how it must be powered, and even when communal labor is expected. Some communities allow diesel engines for stationary use. Others may permit solar-powered fence chargers or rubber tires under strict conditions. But the principle remains the same. Any tool or practice must reinforce community values, rather than replace them with convenience. At the heart of this approach lies the principle of gelassenheit, a concept embodying humility, submission, and contentment. In agriculture, gelassenheit manifests as mutual dependence, neighbors helping neighbors during harvest, families pooling labor for barn raisings, and a shared responsibility for the land. The absence of mechanization fosters a collective rhythm of life, where work is not just a means to an end but a communal act of service and faith. In the absence of tractors, Amish farmers rely on teams of draft horses or mules to power fieldwork. These animals are not just labor tools but vital companions, bred and trained for strength, endurance, and obedience. Plowing begins with moldboard plows, their steel blades turning over soil with clean precision. 4 lighter tasks, disc harrows and spring-tooth cultivators, are used to break up clumps, incorporate manure, or prepare seedbeds before planting. Fields are often walked to remove stones that could damage tools or injure horses. Timing is crucial. Amish farmers often till just after frost. Heaves naturally loosen the soil, maximizing aeration and minimizing compaction. This synergy between nature and manual labor demonstrates their deep understanding of seasonal cues and local microclimates. On a good day, a 4-horse team can plow up to 4 acres, depending on terrain and soil type. It's not as fast as a diesel tractor, but it's reliable, cost-effective, and quiet. A stark contrast to the roaring engines of industrial agriculture. The long-term success of Amish farms depends on a healthy, living soil. Instead of chemical fertilizers, they enrich their fields with barnyard manure, composted bedding, and green manure cover crops. After harvest, fields are often planted with mixtures of legumes and grasses, like clover, vetch, and rye, that prevent erosion, fix atmospheric nitrogen, and build organic matter. When spring arrives, these cover crops are cut and incorporated into the soil with sweep plows or discs, acting as natural fertilizers. Manure from livestock is composted in windrows, turning waste into nutrient-rich humus. Some communities rotate animals directly through crop fields to graze down residues and spread manure evenly. A low-tech, highly effective nutrient cycling strategy. This organic approach not only enhances soil fertility, but also boosts moisture retention, supports beneficial microbes, and eliminates the runoff concerns associated with synthetic inputs. Crop rotation is a cornerstone of Amish farming. A typical cycle might include oats or wheat 1 year, followed by corn, soybeans the next, and then 2 or more years of alfalfa or clover hay. This sequence disrupts pest and disease cycles, balances nutrient needs, and improves soil texture over time. Planning is done on paper, in farm journals, or discussed during community meetings. Since many Amish farmers cannot rely on computer models or mobile apps, they instead draw from generations of collective knowledge and seasonal observations. Coordination is key. Families may share horse teams during peak planting windows or pool tools for efficiency. Despite the lack of modern tractors, Amish farmers achieve remarkable planting precision. Corn is often sown with horse-drawn planters equipped with adjustable depth wheels and seed presses. For soybeans and small grains, gravity-fed seed drills or even hand broadcasting are used, with careful line marking to ensure uniform spacing. Seed selection is also a thoughtful process. While hybrid varieties are common, some communities maintain heritage seeds that are better suited to local conditions and allow for seed saving. Planting is synchronized with weather forecasts, shared through community newsletters or radio, ensuring fields are sown during optimal moisture and temperature windows. Weed control on Amish farms is largely mechanical. Spring-toothed cultivators uproot weeds between rows before they become established. For more delicate crops, hand hoeing is used, an intensive, backbreaking task that rewards diligence and timing. Some farmers also employ propane-powered flame weeders to scorch young weeds, especially in vegetable rows. Pest management takes a proactive, ecological approach. Amish farmers scout their fields regularly, checking for signs of insect damage, fungal disease, or nutrient deficiency. They encourage beneficial insects by planting native flower hedgerows and installing birdhouses for natural predators. In some cases, districts allow limited use of natural sprays, like sulfur, neem oil, or copper solutions, applied with backpack sprayers. These decisions are carefully evaluated by community elders to remain consistent with the ordinance. In dry regions, the Amish build gravity-fed irrigation systems that channel water from springs, streams, or wells through ditches lined with gravel or PVC. Simple hand-operated gates direct flow to specific beds. For market gardens, drip lines are sometimes deployed, fed by water tanks elevated on wooden towers. Pumps, if permitted, may be powered by solar panels, air compressors, or small gas engines used exclusively for irrigation. Mulch and cover cropping also play a key role in moisture conservation, helping to stabilize soil temperature and reduce evaporation. Amish farmers rely on tactile observation, feeling the soil between their fingers to determine when to irrigate. It's a low-tech but intuitive method that reflects their deep connection to the land. When it comes time to harvest, efficiency looks very different than in a mechanized operation. For grains like oats and wheat, Amish farmers first cut the stalks with a horse-drawn swather, lay them into windrows, then gather and tie them into sheaves by hand. These are stacked into field shocks to dry before threshing. Threshing is done with portable equipment, sometimes powered by stationary diesel engines or compressed air systems, depending on community rules. Corn is picked with handheld tools or small horse-drawn machines. Hay is mowed with sickle bars, raked, and gathered into windrows, then either baled using horse-powered balers or stored loose in barns. This slower process may seem inefficient by modern standards, but it maintains crop quality, reduces fuel costs, and builds community through shared labor. On smaller plots like market gardens and orchards, Amish growers use raised beds, will hose, and walk behind cultivators. Drip lines are installed to deliver precise irrigation, and pest control includes everything from kale and clay dust to pheromone traps. High tunnels, unheated greenhouses made of plastic sheeting, extend growing seasons and are passively cooled with burlap shades and vent flaps. Orchards are pruned and harvested entirely by hand, while chickens or ducks often roam beneath fruit trees, cleaning up pests and fallen fruit naturally. Livestock serve multiple purposes on Amish farms. Draft horses provide power, dairy cows offer milk, meat, and manure, and poultry contribute both eggs and pest control. Animals are rotationally grazed across pastures and crop fields, distributing nutrients and managing vegetation. Manure is collected and composted with straw bedding before being applied to fields. Rather than confinement systems, livestock are housed in open barns or moved frequently, reducing disease risk and improving animal welfare. Families often manage birthing, feeding, and basic veterinary care themselves, reinforcing a self-sustaining cycle of care and production. The Amish farming calendar follows the seasons, not stock prices or market algorithms. Spring brings soil preparation and planting. Summer is spent cultivating, haying, and weeding. Fall focuses on harvesting, preserving, and preparing for winter. And in winter, farmers repair tools, plan next year's rotations, and pass skills down to the next generation. Children learn by doing, feeding animals, harvesting produce, or helping in the shop. Apprenticeship replaces formal education, and community events like barn raisings and threshing bees build both skills and social bonds. Amish farming is not merely about avoiding machines. It's about embracing a different vision of success. One where productivity is measured not only in bushels per acre, but in resilience, soil health, and the strength of community. It's a system that resists automation in favor of authenticity, and it offers a living example of how human-scaled agriculture can still flourish in the modern world. By combining tradition, cooperation, and ecological insight, Amish farmers have crafted a model that challenges our assumptions and perhaps invites us to slow down and reconsider what sustainable farming really means. In an era dominated by high-powered machinery and digital tools, a small, traditional community continues to defy the norms. The Amish, known for their distinctive lifestyle, the Amish live without electricity from public utility lines, without cars, and without most modern technologies. But what truly amazes outsiders is how they manage to build entire homes, sometimes in a single day, without using power tools. The Amish are a group of traditionalist Christian church fellowships, with Swiss German Anabaptist origins. Most Amish communities are located in the United States, primarily in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana. They live by a code of conduct known as the Ordinum, which guides daily life, clothing, technology use, and social practices. While there are differences between communities, most Old Order Amish prohibit the use of electricity from the grid and internal combustion engines. This restriction shapes every aspect of their lives, especially how they build their homes. One of the most distinctive aspects of Amish construction is the absence of electricity. Amish builders do not plug in electric drills, circular saws, or air compressors. Yet their homes are built to last, often exceeding the quality of modern construction. To understand how they manage this, it's essential to explore their tools, techniques, materials, and methods. An Amish house building project is never a solo effort. Community involvement is a core aspect of the process. When a family needs a home, neighbors, relatives, and church members all come together. This practice is best exemplified in the tradition of the barn raising, where entire structures are erected in a single day through group labor. The same collaborative spirit applies to house construction. Roles are assigned in advance. Carpenters, roofers, framers, cooks. Everyone contributes according to skill or need. Amish construction reflects their values: simplicity, humility, and mutual aid. The first phase of Amish house construction is site preparation. This includes clearing the land, leveling the ground, and setting a solid foundation. For excavation and concrete work, some Amish communities may hire non-Amish contractors with powered equipment. Others use horse-drawn equipment or pneumatic tools, powered by off-grid air compressors. Foundations are typically poured concrete or concrete block. In colder climates, basements are common and must be insulated and waterproofed by hand. Once the foundation cures, the main building can begin. Framing is one of the most labor-intensive stages of building a house, and the Amish do it entirely without electric tools. They use hand saws, mallets, braces, augers, chisels, and framing squares. In some communities, pneumatic nail guns are powered by diesel or gas air compressors mounted on wagons, a permitted workaround under the Ordinum. Lumber is pre-measured and marked by hand. Every board is placed carefully using levels, string lines, and plumb bobs. This attention to precision ensures that the structure is sound. Within a day or two, walls are raised, floor joists are in place, and the roof begins to take shape. Installing a roof is a dangerous job, and the Amish rely on teamwork and timing. Once the trusses or rafters are installed, they move quickly to lay down sheathing, tar paper, and shingles. Hand-driven hammers are often used, although pneumatic roofing nailers are common in some districts. Metal roofing panels are also popular due to their longevity and fire resistance. These are cut using manual shears or off-grid power tools operated by air or gas. Because of the scale and complexity, dozens of men may be involved in a single roofing job, finishing it in hours. Doors and windows are often built by Amish craftsmen or purchased from suppliers who adhere to Amish standards. These are installed using chisels, hand planes, and manual drills. For siding, Amish homes frequently use natural wood boards, applied with precision and uniform spacing. In colder regions, clapboard or board and batten, siding helps insulate against the elements. All finishing work, from painting to caulking, is done manually. Brushes, not sprayers. Ladders, not lifts. Simplicity is not just preferred, it is required. Inside the home, Amish carpenters handle all framing, drywall, flooring, and cabinetry using hand tools or non-electric machines. Cabinets, for example, are built from scratch using dovetail joints and mortise and tenon construction. These techniques create strong, long-lasting joints without nails or screws. Hardwood floors are laid piece by piece, sanded manually, and finished with oil-based stains. Walls are usually painted in light, neutral colors to reflect available daylight, since electric lighting is not installed. If wiring or plumbing is required, for example, in more progressive Amish groups, it is installed discreetly and often powered by off-grid solutions like propane, solar, or battery systems. Because there is no central electric heating, most Amish homes rely on wood-burning stoves or propane heaters. Chimneys and stovepipes are installed during the framing phase, using fire-rated materials and insulation. Lighting is provided by kerosene lamps, gas lights, or increasingly, battery-powered LED fixtures. Skylights and large windows are also essential, maximizing natural daylight. The absence of electric HVAC systems means insulation must be meticulous. Double walls, tight seals, and thermal barriers are common in colder regions. The furniture inside an Amish-built house is often made by the family or a local craftsman. Each piece is constructed using hardwood and traditional joinery. Fixtures such as sinks and tubs may resemble those in English homes, but the plumbing is minimal and designed for water efficiency. Most homes do not have washing machines, dishwashers, or microwaves. Instead, they rely on manual methods. Clothes are washed by hand or with mechanical wringers and dried outside. Kitchens feature gas or wood-burning stoves, with no electrical appliances. Amish homes are models of energy independence because they use almost none. The speed at which Amish homes are built is often surprising. With pre-cut lumber, detailed planning, and many hands, a full house can be framed and roofed within 1 or 2 days. The entire home, from foundation to finishes, may be completed in less than 2 months. Their speed is not due to cutting corners, but from sheer manpower and discipline. Everyone knows their task. There are no delays from permits, inspections, or subcontractors. Efficiency is achieved through repetition, coordination, and experience. It's important to understand that not all Amish communities follow the same rules. Some allow limited technology, such as hydraulic lifts, solar panels, or propane-powered refrigeration. Others reject any powered devices beyond hand tools. New Order Amish may use telephones, electricity from generators, or even computer-based bookkeeping in their businesses. However, homes remain low-tech. When it comes to building, the degree of permitted technology varies, but the core principle remains: simplicity, self-reliance, and separation from the world. The Amish rely on an impressive array of manual tools: hand saws for cutting lumber, braces and bits for boring holes, chisels and gouges for fine joinery, mallets and hammers for assembly, levels, squares, and plumb lines for precision. In communities that permit it, compressed air systems are used to power nail guns and drills. These compressors are operated by diesel or propane engines, not electric motors. Workshops are often powered by belt-driven machines run by small engines or by hydraulic systems connected to wind or water power. Their tool mastery is both practical and artistic. The Amish build without power tools because it aligns with their beliefs. Their way of life emphasizes humility, labor, and detachment from worldly conveniences. Building by hand fosters patience, cooperation, and craftsmanship. It also ensures that homes are made to be lived in for generations, not just decades. By avoiding the speed and ease of technology, they preserve skills that are nearly extinct in modern society. Their buildings are not just shelters, they are expressions of faith, community, and continuity. The Amish construction process teaches several universal lessons. Community is more powerful than machinery. Quality craftsmanship requires time and care. Simplicity can lead to durability and beauty. Manual tools, when mastered, can rival modern power tools. Independence from the grid is possible and sustainable. As interest in sustainable building and off-grid living grows, more people are looking to the Amish for inspiration. They show what's possible when tradition is combined with purpose.